Send request. Unable to add guest. Robin is already a guest in this broadcast.
Well, let me boot out and then see if I can jump back in again.
Yeah, let's do it. All right. Bring them on video. Send request. We'll get this working. Just a few technical challenges. Said he's adding. Yay! There you are. Perfect. Great. All right. I am so excited that you joined me on this live today to chat with, the community I have on Facebook, just about what we've been up to. What's all this talk about mushrooms and frequencies and all the woo-woo. And I can't think of a better person to ask some questions about, because Robin is like a self-proclaimed biohacker. I could listen to him all day long. He is the nerdiest nerd about everything science and how things work in our bodies. And I absolutely love and adore him and his wife, Sarah. Sarah's been an accountability partner and one of my besties for the last, 4 years. We've been working side by side in our former company. So I'm excited to ask you some questions, Robin.
Holy smokes. Better get my game face on.
So I think it was just like, oh my gosh, where's the time gone? Like maybe 5 weeks ago that we started chatting about a new product that had a 7 organic mushroom blend in it. And then it has 11 harmonic frequencies. Super skeptical when I first heard about it. I've tried other mushroom products before. I've never really felt anything that was like brain boosting, cognitive function or anything. I know all the health benefits from mushrooms. I've taken a lot of different ones before, including tinctures, which did not taste very good. Let me be clear. But I was intrigued, definitely intrigued. Frequencies is something I've been kind of diving into for the past year. But I know when I tried this product, I was blown away of how I felt and how it made me feel. And can you just go over all the ingredients that are in here and why I'm feeling amazing, why I'm having brain clarity, why my squirrels have all calmed down? And the other weird thing, and so many people have been telling me this that I have purchased experiences already, like my sight and my vision and everything just seems brighter and clearer. I'm gonna let you take it away.
Man. So you know what I love about this conversation is one version of this conversation I could take as compliant and the other isn't.
Let's try to be compliant as possible.
Totally. It's a beautiful thing when people start having better quality of life, because that's really what it's all about. And I will say that, I ran an organic food company for 10 years, and I learned a lot about why organic is just why it's so powerful for the body. And I've learned, and for about, 15 years, I've been really excited about biohacking. And biohacking is basically you have science and nutrition, and you collapse time, right? Because science, the whole thing about science is that we want to be able to get a result quick. But we also don't want to be using synthetics all the time.
100%.
More and more now, people are like, man, I understand what's actually happening in the world now. People are more aware of what it is that they're putting into their body more than ever. Even people are more aware about the chemicals they're bringing into their house from cleaning products. People are so hyper aware nowadays because awareness is so accessible that people want the best of the best. So my world of biohacking, I learned one really fun fact. And so here's a fun fact for all of you. Is that the first biohack that was ever established was actually the multivitamin. So it's a pretty cool thing where normally in order to get all those vitamins and minerals into your body, you'd have to make a salad, eat a protein, do all those things to be able to get it. But science was able to collapse time and bring nutrition into the world of science and give you a pill. How crazy is that? So the multivitamin was like the very first biohack. But nowadays, we take hacking in the world of technology for take it as like an everything we do all the day. You open up your phone and there's an update. You open up your computer, there's an update. If you have a Tesla, there's an update. Everything is constantly being updated. And why not apply that to nutrition? We have the ability of applying that same technology now to nutrition because we live in that time of getting a result so fast. So let me tell you about, let's take all that little bit of nerd fact and
Yeah.
bring that into the world
I
of
just love how
Rise.
you just laid that out. That
Okay.
like makes so much sense. Okay,
Yeah, we
I'm
now
excited.
can update our nutrition. It's
Yeah.
crazy. So let's talk about Rise. On one hand, Rise is 7 of the most powerful mushroom nootropics in the world. So you might be like, what is a nootropic? I want you to, it's kind of like having a master switch to your brain. So when you have a master switch, if the switch isn't on all the way, or it's just not clicking on all the way, well, if it is the master switch to the brain and you turn it on, all of a sudden, what is designed to happen can happen. You can start to wake up feeling more refreshed. You can fall asleep a lot better without waking up all the time in the night. You can start to metabolize things properly. Your gut health can start to be better. Your mood can be regulated. You can be happier throughout the day. You can find yourself throwing away your pillow that you normally nap on at 1 p.m. in the garbage because you're like, I just want to get outside, get into the sunshine, and go for a hike. When we turn on the master switch to the brain, we have the ability of functioning not normal, but optimal. And we live in a time where we constantly get told, look, you just got to exercise more. You have to maybe stay off your phone a little more. You need to eat better. But we're so busy. We're so inundated with stressors. We constantly are bombarded left, right, and center. Nowadays, we live in a time where we are living faster and faster and nonstop more than ever in history, that sometimes we need a little bit of help, and our brain needs that help to make that master switch turn on. So 7 nootropic mushrooms are going to help flood your body with a ton of help. Think of it like when you drink these mushrooms, you've got a whole bunch of warriors going on in your body, helping to regulate things properly so things can work the way they should, the way they were intended to work. Things are supposed to work properly. But life and sleep and stress and all these things make it so that things are sluggish in your body. But they want to. So now we've got all these little warriors in our body going in and helping. It's like, hey, buddy, you can do it, right? You can do it. Hey, here's a little bit of fuel. You can do it, right?
Oh,
All
I
in
love
your
it.
body and in your brain. And everything's like all working synergistically properly the way it's supposed to happen. And when you look at all the benefits of these 7 mushrooms, they all do totally different things, which is why when one person takes it, they'll have a different result than, let's say, another person who takes it, because where the body is most in need is usually where it will go and help that first. So if somebody suffers from anxiety, a lot of stress, right, a lot of mood issues, and they need a lot of support in there, all these little warriors are going to go in there and they're going to help to regulate that so people feel better when they may not necessarily need the sleep. Does that make
Oh,
sense?
it makes total sense. Total
Cool.
sense. And I want you to touch on something else that's in here that for me I was super intrigued about
Mm.
is there is methylated B vitamins in here. Can we just touch on that for a second? Because I am someone
Yeah.
who have been B12 deficient most of
Yeah.
my adult life.
Yeah.
And that's because, well, I'm going to let you explain it. But
Okay.
most of the population, right,
Yeah.
can't actually absorb the synthetic B12s that are in most of the products. So when I seen this had methylated B vitamins, I'm like, oh, I need that. I need that.
Totally. Here's the thing. So often if you go to wherever it is that you go to buy your shampoo, okay? If you go there, the one that you purchase is usually the one you had a great experience with. So you keep buying it because you have a great, it makes your hair look
Yep.
great. You have that, like, I've just been on a sailboat look and, like been in Mexico for a week. Whatever it is, you buy that one, whether or not it's good for your hair or not. And that's usually marketing. when we go to certain places like our health food stores and stuff to get our B12s, we're usually inundated with the one that has the best marketing for us. But we don't know how all that actually ended up in the bottle. And most B vitamins, if not almost like, unless they're a methylated form,
Yeah.
it's made from terrible stuff. And when we put that into our body, unmethylated B12 turns to cyanide in the body. So you're constantly you are thinking you're doing a great result
Yep.
for yourself, but you're actually creating toxins in the body. Okay. Methylation is the form of conversion in the body. So if if you've ever taken like a B vitamin, for instance, there's other things in there to help deliver it and convert it in the body into what it is that you need as an end result. Methylated B12 is the end result in its purest form. So if you've ever gone to a naturopath and had an injection
Yep.
of B like intramuscular, that's methylated B12 right to the point, no digestion needed. So there's no conversion needed. It's straight into the body. But B12 is a water soluble, so you not constantly need to be putting it back into your body all the time. And we can't, for most of the B vitamins that are out there, we actually can't convert them and utilize them properly because the value of them is just so low. So to have a methylated B12, let me just explain this too, is really expensive. If you wanted to have that on a daily basis, going into your body, because it regulates so much of the body, like brain, digestion, everything, B vitamin, the B12 especially mood and energy. If you don't have it coming into you on really high levels properly, your body is going to have issues. So we keep taking these pills,
Yeah.
not getting the desired end result. Then you go for a blood test and you're like, well, wait a minute, why are my B12 levels so low? I take it every single day. It's because your body can't utilize it. So in here is a methylated B12, which means every time you drink it, you're getting more than the ample need for your body. And it's water soluble, so you flush it, so you can never take too much.
I love that explanation. And just like within the last year, I've learned about that 40% of the population has like a mutated gene that can't actually methylate their B vitamins that they're taking.
Totally.
Like,
Yeah.
been taking B vitamins my whole life because
Yeah.
I've been low on them. Never has it ever really helped. And so I love that this has that form in it and is helping people with that energy as well.
Well, here's another interesting thing about B12 is that people who are deficient in B12 can't mobilize fat. So here's an interesting thing. You ever heard of the Bernstein diet?
I have not.
So the Bernstein diet helped a lot of people who wanted to lose a lot of weight be able to do it and in like record times, and they would get high levels of injections of B12, methylated B12. So B12 helps the body metabolize and mobilize fat.
Well, you just educated me on something else today. Thank you very much. Thank you very
Totally.
much. I think I get educated every time we have a conversation. So I just love talking to you, Robin. So before we get into the frequencies, I want to touch on this other product that I've been using on the daily, this Source Black Folic Acid.
Yeah.
Something I never knew about previous to this. And it has been game changing for my gut health, for just feeling detoxed. And things are super regular, like more than they've ever been in my whole life. And I just have this lightness about me since I started taking it. And I'm really recommending this to people now and sharing this. And I didn't know a ton about black folic minerals before. So I would love to hear you explain exactly how that can help implementing that into our diets.
Yeah, I call it black gold. It's beautiful to watch when you actually put it in some water because it literally is black. And there's
Keep
a
talking. I'm going to do that.
Yeah, there's a few game changing products in there, and one of them I think is just really important to understand is our bodies are littered with heavy metals. So if you have old traditional fillings in your body, it's leaching heavy metals into your body, which is messing with hormone regulation. It messes with your pituitary gland, heavy metals.
Yeah.
So people nowadays, they understand like, hey, look, I got to get these old school fillings out of my mouth because they're messing with my hormone. It's proven by science, like tons and tons of science. old school mercury fillings are putting heavy metals into my body, messing with my pituitary gland, which is messing with everything, mood, sleep, everything. It's
Yeah.
messing with it. And especially as we age, our pituitary gland ends up not functioning the way it used to. So now we're just making it be hindered even more. Black fulvic acid is one of those amazing. Oh, and let me also just say that if you've ever had any form of an injection that gives you, like, let's say the flu vaccine, if you've ever had anything like that, or any other form of vaccine ever, they're riddled with heavy metals. It's proven. You can go look it up. Tons of heavy metals are in your body, and you can't get rid of them. The only way to get rid of heavy metals in your body is if you get yourself into a state of autophagy, which is a minimum of 3 days of no eating. And then your body starts to get rid of toxins. But who's going to do that all the time, right?
Yeah.
And the longer you stay in a fast, so it increases a lot to get rid of heavy metals. But I don't know about you, but I don't mind doing a little 3 day fast here and there,
Yeah.
but I want to be able to have consistency. Black fulvic acid is proven to be able to actually rid the body, detox the body of these heavy metals so that, again, your body can function better. The whole thing about everything we're doing here is allowing the body to naturally do what it was designed to do in the first place without synthetically adding something to it so that it can't function properly. It's like, think about like coffee, for instance. If somebody's constantly caffeinated and then they stop drinking coffee, were they feeling better when they drank coffee because of the caffeine or from the body naturally having energy? No, it was because of the caffeine. Take the caffeine away, and now it still is the same individual without being caffeinated. The whole beauty about having a product like this is it helps the body get back to a state of being optimal the way it was designed to be, not masking it with something to give a stimulant type effect. So you feel good while on it, but then when you don't feel great when not using it. Do you follow that?
Yeah. I do follow that. Yeah. It's been like, I'm like, where has this been my whole life?
Totally. But
Right?
let's go even deeper. So not only are we helping the body getting rid of heavy metals, slowing down the body in every area, thought, recall, everything, but now we're going to add in peptides. Peptides are one of those things that people get injections of. They stick it, athletes use it. It's a lot. Get injections for the face of peptides. It dramatically helps with skin tightness, big time. It radically helps with gut health. It radically helps with helping with recovery for people who are in performance, on and on. When it comes to rebuilding the body, peptides are one thing that you only the elite could have, and you'd have to inject them. But in here is a collection of peptides that are designed to do everything I just said, and just simple as drinking it. Now let's even go to the one more thing I'll hit you up on, just to be like, gosh, this stuff is crazy, is polyphenols. You ever heard of, like, oh, you should eat some blueberries because it's really good for inflammation and
Yeah. Yeah.
antioxidants? Well, do you know, let me give you an example. A really great antioxidant is something called astaxanthin. It's a little known trick when it comes to Olympians to help the body recover super fast. Like, how are these high end athletes recovering super fast? And they're taking something called astaxanthin. Well, in order to get what's in one pill of astaxanthin, you'd have to eat 24 salmon steaks.
Wow.
So that's technology, right? In a
Yeah.
nutritional. That is an algae that the world naturally makes, and we're taking science and making it into a little pill form. Well, polyphenols are fruits and vegetable antioxidants that you're getting all of that in a high concentration, just like the same in those two droppers that you're doing. So
Yeah.
for antioxidant relief. So here's the thing about antioxidants is that in each of one of our cells, we have a mitochondria. And a mitochondria, it's kind of like having the engine in a car. Okay. So the engine in a car is what actually outputs power to the wheels. Okay. So the mitochondria outputs energy, which then goes to your legs and to your brain and to your little pinky finger. Everything, including thought, takes energy. Well, if the engine is rusty and it can't, and it's unable to take, no matter how great the fuel is you're putting into the engine, If the engine is rusty and it's old, it can't convert that, let's say, what once was a 500 horsepower engine, over time of not taking care of it, it's putting out like 100, maybe 90 horsepower. But there's potential of 500 horsepower there. Over not taking care of our body, and stress and sleep is like adding rust to that engine. So what we want to do is we want to be able to get rid of all the rust because the potential is still there. If we can get rid of all the rust, if we can clean everything up, then that 500 horsepower potential is still there. So that's what antioxidants will do. And if we use a collection of high levels of it, now we're deep cleaning. And we can get that engine back to the way it was designed so that it can output the energy it can back to the wheels. So the more we take care of our little engines, our trillions of engines in our body, clean them out, all of a sudden you'll start to notice I'm thinking clearer. I'm actually recalling things more. When I wake up in the morning, I feel like I have so much energy. I'm more restored. Wow, I'm digesting food better. Wow, my
Yeah.
mood is, I'm feeling better. When things used to stress me out, I'm not stressed out. It's so important to understand that every single thing that we do in our body, everything is energy. It has to have energy to do it. So the more we can clean our little engines out, get rid of all that rust, the more we can empower those little guys to output the energy was needed so that you can run optimally instead of feeling like you'll only ever be normal.
Oh, I, I just love that explanation because that is exactly how I'm feeling. It's just like
Totally.
things are running better. Things are, yeah, everything is just feeling
Yeah.
better. And yeah, I had no idea this even existed up until a few weeks ago. And I'm somebody who has been struggling with inflammation for the past couple of years with
Yeah.
viral flares and just looking at ways to detox my body and looking for ways to just reduce that inflammation. And this is amazing.
Good.
And I highly,
Totally.
highly recommend it to everyone. But let's just now, before we wrap up, and I could
Okay.
literally sit here and talk to you for hours, but I know viewers don't have hours to
Yeah.
sit here. But let's talk about the frequencies that are added to this, because that is a subject I've really been diving into in the last year to also help reduce my inflammation, like specifically with the grounding frequency. Been using that, been doing yoga outside, getting my feet on the ground, yoga, grounding mats, like really been diving into it. So I know
Yeah.
that is one of the frequencies in here, but there's also more. And I know you can't speak a ton to it because we are waiting for a patent. But I don't know. I think that being implemented into these products is just taking us to a whole nother level.
It's supercharging an already incredible product to a whole other level of possibility within the body. The, when it comes to that, like you've mentioned a lot of really great things that science has proven works with the body. So let's just take an athlete, right? Because athletes, they do a lot of studies on athletes because they know how much they push themselves. They can judge recovery with, because athletes, they do a ton of studies on them. And so they use light therapy and vibrational therapy and PMF mats, red light saunas. They do all this stuff, and it's all tons of science is backed by it. They've even used magnets and crystals, and they can actually see that it has huge benefits when it comes to recovery, which is why they do this on high-end athletes. Well, here's the thing about like if you take a magnet, for instance, a magnet before it became a magnet was just a hunk of minerals. They actually have to charge it. Once it's charged, it will hold a charge forever. You can come back 100 years from now, that magnet that was charged, it will still be charged. So with the understanding of something like everybody knows what a magnet is. If you've
Yeah,
never really believed in the whole vibrational or energy stuff, well, hold a magnet. There you go. It's done. It's
great
over.
point.
Right? So, and with how we're understanding, like with magnets have a ton of power in them. And you can even buy insoles for your shoes with magnets. People wear magnets. With red light therapy, with vibrational therapy, you can hold things that hold to a certain frequency. I'll even give you this. I'm going to nerd out here just for a
Oh,
quick second.
nerd out.
Okay.
Do it.
So here's an interesting thing. Sound is a frequency that we can hear it, but we can't see it, right? Because we can hear it, we believe it exists, but it's running at a frequency just like if you changed the dial on the radio. If you want to listen to the rock station, that's a different frequency than what the country channel's on. You have to actually change it to a frequency that it understands so that now you're in that frequency. Okay. Music runs at 432 hertz. So if you're listening to the radio or you're playing guitar, doesn't matter, your guitar is tuned to 432 hertz, which is the same as pop culture music, okay? But traditionally, 440 hertz is what all music was built around. So all classical music is 440 hertz. Uh, so, and what happens is that 440 hertz is a calming frequency. That when you listen to classical music, it just feels freer. But when you listen to rock pop music, it has an anxiety level to it. 432 hertz actually increases anxiety within the body and the brain. It's a fascinating thing. So even though you can't, you may not know that, you may be like,
Yep.
oh, why do I feel so agitated? That was specifically designed. That's a whole other story, but it's fascinating. So what we have here with frequencies, we have 11 vibrational frequencies, each of them specifically designed to do something different. So we are supercharging a nutrition. So at the top of this call, I talked about biohacking. And I talked about the very first biohack was the multivitamin. We took science, the collection of minerals and vitamins, and we took nutrition, which was plants and protein and all these things, and we collapsed them together we collapsed time and made a pill. Well, with the evolution of technology, we're now able to take vibrational frequencies that do incredible things in the body and apply it to a nutrition. So now we can consume it on a cellular level and get it working inside out versus just putting mats on our body and doing red light therapy things. Now we can take that technology and consume it for the benefits on a cellular level.
Oh, I just love how you explain things. Yeah. And I was doing those things, had the red light therapy,
Totally.
had the mats, was grounding outside in the summer. It's Manitoba, so I'm not going to be
Totally.
grounded right now. I can freeze my feet. But, and all of the products have a little charge sticker on there.
Totally.
So super cool that it has that in there. So, yeah, I was definitely intrigued when I first heard about this. And the more and more I learn about this, it's just like revolutionary.
Well, let me
So
add to that is that element that's on there has a sticky substance to it, but it's not a sticker. It's a very special metal that is proprietary that holds all the vibrations. Just like magnets are a very special amount of, minerals that are
yeah.
there that will allow it to be charged and hold it. So magnets are special in themselves. So that little metal disc there that has a sticky substance in it they had to figure out how to actually make this happen, which is the proprietary aspect of it.
So cool. So
So
cool.
cool.
Okay, we're going to wrap this up shortly, but I don't want to leave. And I know we have a ton of people watching here, and I go through the comments when we're done here, but we're going to touch a little bit about the business model with this company because it's like nothing I've seen before.
Yeah.
It's super simple. It's
Yeah.
it's it's kind of mind-blowing the more I learn about how it all works. And then after seeing my first couple paychecks, I have seen how it works and how simple it is for people just to earn an extra income
Yeah.
by sharing something that they have an amazing experience with. I have more and more people have one drink of this and go, can I join you?
Totally.
Than I've ever experienced in my
Yeah.
7 years of doing this
Yeah.
industry. So just explain a little bit about that. And now that we've been around, like, I don't know, how long have we been doing this? Like 5, 6 weeks? You guys have been doing it longer than me.
I think it's been a month.
Yeah, just over a month. But yeah, it's crazy.
Well,
It's crazy where our lives have been in the last month.
here's the thing about this for us is that we wanted to start having conversations that mattered. That was the key driver. I can guarantee you that everybody watching this right now, something has triggered with them where they go, yeah, that's me. And it's nice to have conversations with people, like to start off as a business, to have a conversation with people where people can relate and people are saying, yeah, that's me, or I know somebody who suffers with that, who's been struggling with that, and I think this could be a good fit. It's not a, ah, that's not for me. It's a, oh my gosh, yes. And oh my gosh, I know so many. So that is a very, very important part about what we're doing here is a movement. You can have a there's you can have a really great product, but what we're doing here is a movement of helping people in mental well-being, quality of life. We only have so much time that we're here, and so much of what we're doing is around just kind of getting by. And to have to get up every day and feel empowered to have a conversation that matters for us, I really feel like that's something that's so important. How to help people and empower people. And when it comes to the business model, like when it comes to earning additional income, people are already too stressed and don't have time to go get another job, and both parents are
Yep.
working and wish they could spend more time with their kids and wish they could do a lot more than they're doing, because the one thing that stops them is bringing in additional income, but they don't have any time left to go earn additional income. And normally we think is like, okay, well, how do I bring in more? Well, I have to go give more. I have to go give more of my greatest resource that I was gifted with at birth, and that's time. And I have to constantly just try to make ends meet so that all my monthly bills are taken care of by giving away my greatest resource. And it's why I love this business model so much, is that you don't have to go anywhere to be able to start bringing more in. You can spend more time with those that you love, doing more of the things that you love while building your business here, all from however much time that you have available. And to be able to scale that up easily with educate, like it's so simple what we do. It's just sharing conversation, like having conversations with people and sharing information with people. And for those that it's a good fit for, amazing, sift and sort. But the other thing is, if you've ever been in the network marketing world and or heard of other people, I want to let you know that this is incredibly different than anything that you may have known about. This is the most powerful affiliate marketing model ever. So let me explain this. If you've ever gone onto YouTube and just using that platform, because it's the number one platform for education. If you've ever gone onto YouTube and you've watched a video talk about, let's say, I don't know, an iPhone case, okay? Person's talking about all the benefits of this case and all this stuff, and you're like, I might like that. And the person then says, well, check out my link in the description. You'll there's a link down there to be able to grab this case. You're like, oh, boom, hit it, hit the link, and you purchase. Awesome.
Yeah.
Everybody knows about Amazon affiliates, right? But here's the thing is those are all one-stop shops. Okay. Even if you're not interested in doing anything more than being an affiliate, as soon as somebody purchases from you, if they come back a week later and purchase, you've lost them. You don't get them. Amazon gets them. If you are selling a product, no matter what, wherever else, if they come back a second time, you've lost them. Here, what makes this affiliate program so incredible is that if somebody comes back a second time, third time, fourth time, or even shares with their friends, they're all in your network. And by helping them out, you never lose them. You continually earn commissions by helping those people forever. So it's a really fast way of being able to earn some residual income in your life instead of constantly having to, do all these videos and to get new customers all the time. It's an amazing model to help people earn residual income without having to get another job.
Yeah, I agree. It's been amazing
Yeah,
for us, and then just seeing how simple this business model is for people to learn, and it can be whatever they want it to
totally,
be. If they want to just share their link with their network and share about how the products work for them, great. If they want to build a team here, great. They can look
totally.
at that part of it too. So
Yeah.
I love that what it's doing for people. I love that people that I've never had a business conversation with ever before, I'm having now.
And on top of that, the way that we're doing it is just, it takes away all the pressure from somebody to feel like, well, I don't feel
Yeah,
salesy. I don't know what to say. All the objections that usually come with that. The way that we do it is so it takes away all those objections so that people actually who have maybe tried a business model like this in the past and didn't really succeed, or started and felt like it wasn't a good fit. The way that we do this one is, it's a game changer for everybody. People who are now being able to, stay home a little bit more, work a little bit less than they were before, or even to greater heights. Bring, like, one of the parents gets to come home instead of having to work. Quit their job, do whatever it is, whatever your goal is. It's attainable here.
Yeah, it 100% is. Yeah, and
Yeah,
just the impact that these products are going to have on people.
totally.
I have never been so excited
Yeah.
to share products with people than I am right now.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel salesy. It doesn't feel icky. It's just like, you need this in your life. You need to feel this experience and just feel your best. I know, as a woman in my 50s, going through like the change, this has been so amazing for me. Just having clear brain fog lifted, being able to focus, and not even to mention how it's going to help other people with anxiety and depression and all the other mental wellness things. So don't want to make any medical claims or anything here at all, but I've already been seeing the impact it has on a lot of people close to me, and then a lot of people in my network. It's it's game changing how it's just changing their lives and making them be better humans for the people around them, for sure. And I'm going to mention one other thing. If anybody can relate to it, my whole adult life, I have never been able to relax. I cannot watch a movie. I cannot sit and watch it. I'm up doing the dishes. I'm up on my phone. I'm up folding laundry. Like, I cannot sit still and do that. The past 3 weeks is the first time in my life that I feel like I can relax and be present.
Wow.
Wow. And my family knows that. My closest friends know that. My husband definitely knows that. It drives him nuts that I can't sit still. And he's even like you, for the first time ever, I've seen you in your life. And that's the power of this. So that's why I'm so excited about sharing it with other people. And I didn't think I had an issue or a problem before this.
When you are relaxing a bit, are you appreciating more?
I am. I'm just more grateful, and just to be present, and like to spend better quality time with people around me. It's an experience. Like, I never would have thought anything could have helped me do that.
Well, we do live in that. We have that availability at our fingertips nowadays. We just need to be connected with the right person who can show us the way.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to wrap this up now. So,
yay!
You are watching this out there, and someone invited you to watch this that maybe is connected to us. Reach out to that person, get some more information about these products and or the business. This is something that just kind of fell into our laps, and it's been like a whirlwind the last month being involved with this. But I am grateful to you, Robin. I thank you so much for coming on here, chatting with me today. And I'm just super blessed that I'm partnered with you and Sarah and able to work together in the same space after 4 years of, just loving on you guys and cheering you guys on as sideline. Being able to work with you guys it's such a blessing, and I'm just so grateful for you both. So
absolutely. Thank you. Yeah, right back at you. And to everyone who's listening right now, I hope you have a beautiful day.
Yeah, happy Sunday, everyone.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.